Welcome back to the Old History Project. And before we get into the subject of today's video, I would like to state that I have a very, very important video coming up soon. It's going to be a very good video. It's covering one of the most historic houses in the entire state of Tennessee and one of the most prominent frontiersmen in the state of Tennessee, excuse me. That's all I can say. Just look out for it. Look out on the Facebook page for an announcement coming up in the coming weeks. If you know what it is, don't comment. Just keep it to yourself. It's going to be pretty good news. So moving on, here recently I've joined the Tennessee Society Sons of the Revolution, the Robert McFarland chapter. I am the chairman of the Grave Marking and Cemetery Preservation Committee. So that's a thing that's happened. So we're trying to get our members back up. So if you believe that you're a descendant of a patriot that served under the authority of any of the original colonies, shoot me a message. I'll get you hooked up with our genealogy guy. Alright, so to the subject of today's video. I'm here in my own backyard, and I'm using my son's clubhouse as a makeshift headquarters for this video. So the subject of today's video is debated, really. There's not been a lot of scientific research done into it, and I really don't know why. So I'm not educated enough to properly explain it, but I know how to do it. So have you guys ever been sitting there with, you know, mama or papa or mom or dad, and them just say, well, I remember your papa or your great grandpa or whatever could find water with a witching stick. I don't know how to do it, but he could find water anywhere. Well, it just so happens that I know how to do that. But before I show you, I believe that that's, and this is my belief. I've not found anything that says otherwise, but I could be wrong. I believe that that's a skill that is inherited. My dad could do it. My papa could do it. Papa Lud could do it, and so on and so forth. So, and this is something that I believe has been around even since before Jesus. In fact, I believe Jesus probably did it himself when he was looking for water. So, what you can use, because I don't know how to do it with a fork stick, is you can use trusty old metal coat hanger. You can also use copper wire. Now, this is 10 gauge copper that I got from work. Not everybody has access to this, so I won't be using this, just so that way it's a little bit more relatable of a video. So all you do is, when you're walking in the woods, and this is a good survival skill to know in case you're ever placed in that predicament. You hold it loosely in your hand. You can keep it control, or you can let them both just hang kind of loosely, just enough to where the wind won't blow it or whatever. And when now I'm manipulating this, and when you cross water, I don't have water, but they will cross. One stick will cross the other, they both will cross. It depends on how you're doing it. So what I'm going to show you is how I use this skill in the modern day. A couple years ago, my dad had a water main leak under his house, and we had to find where his water line went. And this is a new skill to me, so I tried, and I went from his water main and followed it all the way up to where it went in the house. And if the sticks came uncrossed, then I went too far away from the water. And we marked each every couple of feet or so with like a little rock or something like that, and we dug up right where those rocks were, and there was our water. So now in the wild, if you're in the woods, you could use this and dig down, find you a spring, an underground water thing, although that may be a little deep. I've never used this in the wild, so I would like for somebody else who is a more adept survival guy tell me how applicable this may actually be in the wild. Although this was like I said, this has been used for like several hundred, maybe even several thousand years. We have records of people using witching sticks, which is where you take a forked willow stick and you would find water. Evidently what it would do is it would point straight down. The other half of the video is going to be grave witching. I found out that I can do that. And that it's part of, well, it was going to be part of this very, very important video, but I decided to do a subject on my own. So without further ado, I'm going to show you, I've got my water line, my water hose running through the yard. I'm just going to follow it and show you guys how this works. And I'll do my best to hold the camera and the sticks at the same time. Alright, so here you can see my garden hose is going. I've got water running to it. It's leaking out somewhere. So this is about as best as I can do the video because I lost my wrist thing and I don't have my headband. So see right here, see our lines, our sticks are pretty dead even. I've got this one locked down. So you walk over the water and you can see that it crosses. And I'm not holding this one. You can see this is just very loose. And as long as you are walking over water, your stick will stay crossed. And I'm not manipulating this in any way, but if we step out of the water, you can see that the stick's uncrossed. Now again, I can't explain that. I'm not manipulating this in any way. This isn't magic or witchcraft or whatever else you might want to call it. So use your own judgment to decide if this is something you think is real. Now, like I said, I've always found water. I've never not found water using this technique. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Liberty Hill Cemetery, where they've been finding a lot of different a lot of unmarked graves. We're just going to see how it works up there. So here we are at Liberty Hill Cemetery, Liberty Hill Church, just right there here in Morristown. We're very close to where the original Liberty Hill Church sat. There's a picture floating around on Facebook of a Confederate outfit, or I think it was a Union outfit, posting in front of the church, like some kind of anniversary thing. But anyway, doesn't matter. There are lots of Civil War graves here, on top of modern graves, of course. It's a cemetery. I believe there's even a few Rev War patriots that are buried here. And you get the idea, it's a cemetery. So I have used this to over some suspected graves, and they did cross. Now I'm not, again, as in the other part of the video, I'm not educated enough to explain how this works. I believe that it has something to do with how, when the body decays, it changes something with the soil and the earth, and that's what these pick up on. I don't know. Maybe somebody more educated than me can put something in the comments. I'm just showing this as kind of like a cool, really cool, not really, it's not a party trick, but something you can do if you're into this kind of thing. And again, this isn't any kind of witchcraft or black magic, or nothing like that. It's just a thing, man. It's a very possible thing. Again, I believe that it's only passed down through families that can do it. So I know, on top of water witching, my Papaw Burns and Papaw Carmichael were able to use this and find graves. So maybe they're connected somehow. So let's go right over here and see where these cross at. It's very creepy. Again, I'm using broken half coat hanger. If you have access to it, copper works better, but for practicality, for everybody else that can't get 10 gauge copper, you know, this is what you use, or a fork stick. Now some people will tell you with grave witching to put a straw in your hands and use one as a control. Some people will tell you that they're able to determine whether something, whoever was there, was a male or female, white, black, whatever. I don't know if I believe that, but you know, it's I guess that's subjective. So let's go over here. So now while we're walking through here, I'm gonna find me a really good grave, maybe an old one. Art Bohannon has been up here with Jim Claiborne, Mike Beck, and all those folk. They have identified several graves that extend down that way into the kind of going into the road area. I believe, I'm not entirely for certain, but I believe that they said they were Confederate. So, all right, let's see who we got here. Daughter of J.R. and H.A. Carriger, 24 years old. So, no doubt this is part of the Carriger family from which Carriger School was named. All right, let me get this figured out here. We'll be right back. Let me get my camera figured out. All right, so who we got here? Jeannie, daughter of J.R. and H.A. Carriger. No doubt that's part of the Carriger family that for which Carriger School here in Hamlin County was named. It's no longer existing, but so 1886 maybe. So you can see here, we're just gonna walk over the grave area. Let's see. Walk over the grave area, make sure my camera's good. Now you guys see that, right? As soon as you step out of the grave area, the sticks uncross. And again, now I'm not manipulating that in any way. You can see my thumbs are down. This here has been used as a control. So just for S and G's, let's walk over another one. Here we are on another one. This is Hester, wife of J.A. Carriger. Yeah. Let's try us another one. And you can see that they uncross whenever you step out of the grave area. I don't know who that was, but let's go over here, away from that noise. Try another grave. Again, this is something that not a lot of research has went into in the scientific nature. And you can see that these are crossing right over this stone. So there you have it, folks. That's about really all there is to it. I don't know what the lowdown is on it, but somebody a little bit more educated than me may be able to explain that. So there you have it. You guys seen that? I don't use any kind of special effects. It's not an AI video. Didn't have any strings, nobody behind me. You guys see that, right? So use your own judgment. If you guys believe it's a real thing, well, so be it. Go and try it, have fun with it. If you don't, well, put me some critique and comments down there. So see you guys next time, and please look out for the important video coming up. Very, very, very excited about it. Catch y'all next time.